Hi folks, welcome back to Up Foundations. This is Module 4, the last and final installment of this series. Serving others. In this final module of Foundations, I would be remiss if I did not share with you one of my best and favorite success principles under the science of personal achievement, which may seem counterintuitive at first, but it's nonetheless absolute. That is to serve others first. Now, you may have heard of the Law of Reciprocity, and that is exactly what we're talking about here. This is what happens. It's been said that if you devote yourself to serving others, then God's blessings will overflow in your life, and that you will indeed sleep well at night after doing service for others. One way to serve others is to edify them. This means to instruct or improve others, both morally and intellectually. For instance, this is what I'm doing here and right now. I'm edifying you on the power of the law of attraction and the power of autosuggestion. You too can do this by becoming a mentor to someone that is younger, a younger version of you, or by encouraging others within various community groups and online forums. Do not underestimate the power of positive thinking. You can save a life by simply sharing a positive word with someone in despair. I can't tell you how sincerely I wish that I could have spoken to a couple of people that I know who passed away by suicide. I wish I had an opportunity to get on the phone with them and share a positive word, because maybe I could have saved those two people's lives. There were very different times in my life. One of them was when I was in boot camp, Army boot camp, when I was 17. And the other one was in 2011. And one of them I knew very closely, went to school with. The other one was an acquaintance. But we were communicating with each other and getting to know each other. And it was a real shock. So serve others and share positive energy. Share a positive word. Encourage, build people up. It's so important. So important. Okay, serving others allows us to build depth of relationships over time by word and by deed. Moreover, serving others activates the law of reciprocity, which I mentioned earlier. And that principle is that when you do something for others, they're going to in turn feel obligated to repay the debt by doing something for you. To build relationships with others, you need to get to know them, like them, and trust them, and you need to get them to know you, like you, and trust you. This is called the relationship triangle. If you have an introverted nature, like I do, I used to be really extroverted, but then over the years I became introverted. I'm an INTJ, if you know the Myers-Briggs test. And if you have an introverted nature like I do, then you're probably wondering, where do I start, John? Well, all you have to do to start a new relationship, a new connection with someone, is ask a question. That's it. Ask a question. Communication is the foundation of human relations. We communicate with others so that we can get to know them, so that we can learn how they think about things in life, and so on. The more you communicate with others, the better you get at it. Another important thing about communication is you need to learn how to pick up nonverbal cues. This is where you're able to determine whether or not you're making someone feel uncomfortable. So it's important to learn nonverbal cues. It's also a great way to know if the person's into what you're saying. Like, for instance, if I sit up, I step up, it means I'm into what you're saying. If I turn my ear towards you, that's a nonverbal cue that I'm listening. I'm into what you're telling me. So you want to learn about nonverbal cues, sorry, not cubes. And then you also want to listen twice as much as you speak. You have 2 ears and 1 mouth. So that means you should be listening twice as much as you speak. We call this interpersonal skills. Affinity, getting someone to like you. Affinity is the feeling of closeness that you experience with one another based on mutual interests, similar ideologies, morals, values, and common life experiences. such as a shared quality of life. For instance, I love smooth jazz. So if you get in my car and I playing some smooth jazz and you say, "Oh my God, that's Diana Krall," I'm gonna feel an instant connection with you. I'm gonna have affinity with you. The next part is trust. You know someone, you like someone, and then you can trust them, right? Trust is the third factor. It's a firm belief and confidence in the truthfulness and the integrity of that other person or a company even. So you want to build up trust with people, and you want them to trust you. You want them to have a firm belief that you are in good hands, that that when you say something, you're being truthful, and that when you give your word, that you're going to have integrity and you're not going to break your word. So all these parts create the relationship triangle, which is know, like, and trust. And you want to have more and more relationships where you have all three of those pieces of a relationship triangle. Here are some action steps to build relationships so that you can serve others. And again, serving others empowers you to be served as well. You must first give in order to receive. Number 1, conduct a random act of kindness every day. It could be as simple as making a Facebook post or Instagram post, which I do all the time. I'll give you an example. I love giving examples. So here's a Facebook post that I created in the last 24 hours. And here, see there? And it says, I'm going to read it to you because the screen's really low. It says, "Which one will you be today, confident or doubtful? I am confident that I will." Remember, we talked about using the word I will. "I am confident that I will succeed because I am taking the right actions." Sharing a simple positive message like that every day is a random act of kindness. Number 2, get face-to-face for lunch, coffee, or happy hour with 10 people per month. That's 2 a week, or 2 for 6, 8, maybe 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, okay? So have lunch, get face-to-face, get belly-to-belly. That's the best way to communicate with people. Buy someone coffee. Go have happy hour. The third thing is I want you to sponsor 2 people per month to become members of the Up Together private Facebook group. I've already created the group. I'm inviting people in. There is a cost. I think it's $20 a month. I'm not 100% sure yet. But I want you to invite people to come and join the group. And if you dish out $20 per month for 2 people, $40 a month. I know it's a little bit of a hit, but you know what? And then you're going to join yourself, of course, right? So that's another 20. So you're looking at $60 a month. But listen, it's like tithes and offerings, okay? Again, in my Christian belief system, we have to tithe 10%, right? I love to tithe 10%. I do it all the time. Every time I get money, I take 10% right out the bat, right out, because I see it come right back to me always. It comes right back. More it comes, more and more it comes, because I'm on board with that. I've been on board with that for months and months and months now. Over the years, I've gone up, in it, and out, in and out. Every time I get out of tithing, bad things happen. Every time I stay in tithing, great things happen. Money keeps flowing in. So get into the habit of tithing 10%, however you want to give it, whatever church you want to give it to. Give 10% of your income. And then offerings is above and beyond that. So this is a great way to go above and beyond by giving for someone else, right? Be a sponsor. If it's not for this group, do it in another way. If it's buying a book for somebody, that's a gift. That's a gift. It's a way to give back. Okay, a way to give out. So sponsor 2 people per month in this group or something else that's positive, a place for them to grow. And then the 4th thing is I want you to hold a mastermind session so that you can associate with other people who are on the same success path as you are, so that you guys can engage in higher level brainstorming. So there are groups already that exist already, like what is it called? Toastmasters is one where you can learn how to be a better speaker. I think there's another one called NAI, something like that. NAI. It's people from different business industries come together in a group, and there's a fee to be involved with it, but they only take one person from each category, different industries, so that you can work together to exchange business and grow. But you don't have to go into any of these organized groups. You can create your own group. But the point is to get on board with a few people, maybe 3 to 5 people to start with, maybe 10 max or something like that. Just something that you can call your own, where you can meet together, whether it be once a week or once a month. But you need to come together with people who are on the same path as you. Birds of a feather flock together. What birds are you hanging out with? Get together with some people who are on the success path. People who are interested in talking about the science of personal achievement. People who can give you examples and remind you of how fantastic you are. Lift you up. Be the light to you and you be the light to them. And then you guys go out and be the light to others. Sometimes stepping into the unknown can be scary, even when that unknown is your inner self. But you don't have to do it alone. There are groups all over the world, online and offline, that are ready, willing, and able to help encourage you. And they're waiting for you right now. Another place that you can go on board to get people to meet up with is a website called Meetup, meetup.com. Go on there and see if you can find someone. Or even Eventbrite might be a resource for you that you could use. But get together with some people, or come and join our Facebook group, Up Together. Find your manifestation achievers. Make a positive impact in your own life, in their lives, and make a positive impact in the world. Live the best version of yourself possible. Work on your personality. It's time that you step into living in a state of vibration that magnetically attracts the positive results that you're looking for. You need better relationships. Call them to you. You want personal balance? Grab it. Embrace it. Send out those vibrations and elevate yourself to a higher level, a higher state of being. It's time for you to move up. Thank you for joining me.